Hi everyone. So this is going to be a quick live stream today because it took me a while to set up and I got to get my daughter to piano practice. But I wanted to take a second to talk about this horn. This is the Dürk D3 Baborak. And this is the first time we've had it in the shop, although the horn has been out for a while. Dirk Horn sent it to us to take to IHS in Fort Collins next week and exhibit. So this horn, among with about 16 others, will be there for people to try. So if you're in Fort Collins, please find us and try out some horns. We have plenty, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have or give you advice. I will be there as well. At IHS, I will also be giving a lecture on how to choose a mouthpiece. So if you want to know more about the science of mouthpieces and how to pick the best one for you, and most importantly, how to avoid playing the mouthpiece game forever, please come to my talk. I'll also be, I believe on Thursday, I'll be performing on one of the contributing artists recitals. I'll be playing the third movement to the Concerto for Horn by Kazimierz Makala, my old teacher from the University of Illinois. So please come check all of that out. But back to the Dürk D3 Baborak. This horn, it looks like an Alexander 103. It is wrapped the same way. And frankly, without trying it, I have seen many people dismiss it because they say, well, if I wanted a horn of that style, why wouldn't I just go buy an Alexander 103? Like, if I want a horn of this wrap, why go with another company? Why not just go with Alexander? But of course, if you think about that a little bit differently, you could say that about any Geyer style horn. Why don't people say, oh, instead of buying this Rauch or this Hill, I should just buy horns from Carl Geyer. If I'm going to buy a Geyer style horn, I should just go find an old Geyer and get it from the source. This horn, I mean, it is very European feeling. It will be very comfortable to someone who is used to, at least physically, well, no, in general, it will be comfortable to anyone who's used to this style of horn. One of the big differences that I noticed ergonomically is that on most Geyer style and Crispo style horns, the hand is positioned here. But on the Alexander 103 and this Dürk D3, it's positioned here. I don't know which one I like better. I do like the fact that this gets your hand a little farther down, so it helps to support the horn this way a little bit more. But I think it would take me a couple days to really get used to that. This horn has all hand-hammered parts. So the bell tail, even things like the lead pipe are hand-hammered. What that essentially does is the hammering work hardens the metal. So it makes the metal harder and it makes the metal denser. And in theory, that's supposed to make the horn ring better. And I can tell you, this is a really, really good horn to play. Like, when I first tried it, when it first came into the shop, I didn't think it was going to be a bad horn. You know, we sell the Louis Dürk LDX5, which is an excellent horn. We sell the Dürk D10, which is one of my favorite horns that we sell, the D10 Allegro Allegrissini. But this horn, frankly, its playability blew my socks off. Like, I really enjoy playing this horn. It gets a nice, rich sound. Slurs are smooth, tone is excellent, it's easy to move around. The blow feels good, of which for me, if this horn is still with us when I come back from IHS, I'm going to do a comparison video between it and an Alexander 103. But I personally enjoy the blow of this much better than any Alexander 103 that I've tried. Now, of course, that is personal opinion, but this is just much more free blowing. It works with you a little bit more. The Alexander 103, I sometimes feel, kind of fights you. Um, but, you know, I think I would have to compare this horn with the brand new Alexander 103 side by side. So don't take that statement as like, you know, gospel as far as my preference between it and the Alexander 103. But I can't really say enough good things about this horn. It has mechanical linkage just because it is a horn aimed at the European market, and those horns are all going to be mechanical linkage. This horn is also lacquered, again, aimed for the European market, and they tend to prefer their horns to be lacquered rather than unlacquered. Though you can buy it in silver plate, gold plate, and this is yellow brass. Of course, you know, it comes in gold brass if you'd like as well. This has an interchangeable lead pipe. So there's a screw here and a screw here, and you can take that lead pipe right off and interchange it. A lot of interchangeable systems, I kind of feel zap some energy from the horn, but you know, I'm not feeling any sort of lack of energy in this horn. Everything seems to play solidly. This apparently comes with the lead pipe, that Dürk D3 Baborak. So that is the namesake of this horn, Dürk D3 Baborak. If you're in Europe, you know who he is. If you're in America, you might not. He was the principal of the Berlin Philharmonic for many years and a very famous soloist. If you want to know who he is, just search Dürk D3 Baborak on YouTube and you'll find many, many impressive videos. But apparently this model, the number 2 hand hammered in gold brass for the lead pipe, was the lead pipe that he chose for the horn specifically. And also, I've showed this before on other Dürk horns, but one of the neatest tricks that I love is this interchangeable lead pipe. Sorry, interchangeable lead pipe receiver. So you just take a coin, you use it to loosen it, and you can interchange the receiver. So there's standard M, which takes a Morse mouthpiece, which is in this horn right now. So this horn will just take a Morse mouthpiece. Or you can replace it with the T model, which would take a European taper mouthpiece. And even among there are different types of Morse and different types of T model lead pipe receivers to adjust the depth so that it works optimally for your mouthpiece. And really, that is about all I have to say about this horn. It cost about $12,000, which, you know, may seem pricey, but it's not pricey when you compare it to other custom horns. You know, like if you took looking at your Cantasanus and your Medlins and other custom horns. And I think this horn stands right with them. So it's well worth the price. The keys feel good. Like everything about this horn just feels really good. I've seen lots of horns. I don't usually get this giddy about them, but yeah, I really like this one. Let me see. I have a few questions coming in. Quick question. Oh, and just as my computer decides to go to sleep. Okay, quick question on mouthpiece shanks. Is there a good way to tell what taper a mouthpiece has online? In America, usually if it's unmarked, it's going to be Morse taper. You can usually tell if you put the mouthpiece into a receiver that is Morse, you know, so you have like an American horn, like a Con 8D or something like that, and the mouthpiece rocks a lot, it's probably a European taper, or even rocks a little. If the taper of both the receiver and the mouthpiece match, you'll generally get very little to no rock whatsoever. I have tried looking at the websites, but I haven't found where they mention it. Well, if you just tell me what mouthpiece you're looking for, I probably know whether it's Morse or European taper. But so yeah, if you're still watching, you just want to put that in the chat, I'll answer that for you. Okay, and we have another chat here. Sound, is it similar to an Alexander 103? Yes, it is. yeah, this the sound of this horn is very much like an Alexander 103. So in that case, it's very similar, but I feel like its playability and its feel is, the feel of the horn is different than an Alexander 103. But yeah, this would fit in with any German horn section. And okay, again, like I said, this is going to be a short one. If the equipment had worked with me a little bit better, it would be a little longer. But thank you very much for tuning in. Again, we'll be at IHS in Fort Collins next week if you have any questions or anything like that. Or you can always contact us via email. Okay, here we go. I bought a Dennis Wick mouthpiece to notice it rocks, so unsure what to look for. What kind of horn does it rock in? Dennis Wick mouthpieces will generally be Morse taper. Although it's called European taper mouthpiece. Paxman horns and most things that come out of the UK use Morse taper, not European taper. So yeah, I think that's my best answer for you. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope to see you next week, or if not, I can see you virtually. And our building construction is finally winding down. So in the next month or two, we'll have a brand new building, and I'll have time to do these streams again. But thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely day.